Hey, George.
Here
All
we
right,
go.
here we go.
Last
We've gotten to the
phase.
phase three. All right, man. It's been an
We
absolute
made
pleasure.
it.
Quick cheers.
Cheers, cheers. A new drink
Yes, sir. A little agüita, a little water.
for the ones that
So
are no longer here.
we'll dry that up.
I'll dry it up in a second. Don't
Thank you,
worry.
thank you. All right. So you're a conga player. Love the fact
Yeah,
that you're into
yeah,
music.
yeah. I've been doing that since before I went into the service. I'm a percussionist, professional percussionist.
Okay.
Played with a lot of great bands in the past. When I got out of the service, it was one of the things that helped me out the most is to continue my music.
And that's great because we're now
You
going
know,
into the civilian world, right? The
yeah.
adjusting into civilian life. So, as a
Uh-huh.
musician, let's talk a little bit about that. Some of the stuff that you did to adjust,
Well,
leaving the cavalry, leaving the army. And I
well,
love congas. It's one
yeah,
of the most beautiful
percussion.
sounds I enjoy.
Yeah,
That, the violin, the trumpet, and salsa, and,
yeah. I
all
love
that
that.
good stuff,
Yeah, yeah,
jazz,
yeah.
Latin jazz.
And I got it
You know,
all. I got
so
all
tell
that
me, let's
from the
talk about it. Tell me
beginning.
about it.
But transitioning from military to civilian life, I had a very. It wasn't like everybody else's because in my case, we didn't get into. I did a lot of covert operations like with the CID,
Okay.
and my assignment was to get intelligence from these heroin dealers
Okay.
in Europe.
Okay.
So I made a few trips to Morocco, went to Madrid, Barcelona, Spain, because these people were all over the Western world.
So, George, let me ask you: Can you
Yeah,
speak about this? Are you okay with
I can
it?
speak
Okay.
about it a little bit because
Okay.
we're transitioning out into the civilian
Sure.
world. And this is at the end of my military life.
Okay.
And so my commanding officer asked me if I was willing to do this for our soldiers because they were dropping like flies,
Okay.
overdosing from heroin.
Yes.
Like we're having the fentanyl problem now.
Yes.
That was the equivalent
In the
in the
70s.
70s,
Holy.
early 70s. We were dropping, soldiers were dropping like flies
Wow.
because they were young kids coming into the service and they didn't have no tolerance for the drug.
Yeah.
And so they were bringing these China white pure heroin.
Okay.
So these guys would do it for the first time and die.
Wow.
So we had a high number of just deaths
Yes.
because accidental
Overdose
deaths,
and all this stuff. Okay.
overdoses. Yeah. So my commanding officer asked me if I wanted to participate in this operation of finding out intelligence for the bad guys,
Okay.
so we could put a stop to it or slow it down,
Yeah.
have some kind of impact to slow down the deaths that we were going through.
Hmm.
So I did it. I had a few days to think about it, and I did it. And that was one of, that song of Frank Sinatra says, regrets I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of my
Okay.
few regrets in life that I did do this to gather intelligence for the army so that we can try to put a stop to this humongous amount of veterans. I mean,
Epidemic or
not
something,
veterans,
right?
soldiers
Soldiers.
dying.
Okay.
So
Because they were still in service.
they were still in the
They had not
service.
kind of.
They
They're
were
dying
still
out.
in the
Okay.
service, yeah. And so I was still in the service too, but I was short. I
Okay.
had like a few months to go, maybe
Okay.
6, 7 months, and so that was another reason I did it because it wasn't going to be something that I did every day for the rest of my life,
Sure.
even though it was a very high risk endeavor that I engaged
Okay.
in. But I knew it was going to be an end to it. They approached me to see if I wanted to make it a lifetime job.
Really?
Yeah, they wanted me to stay with them forever.
Wow. It's kind of like
But
Donnie Brasco style stuff.
yeah, Danny Brasco
Interesting.
and Serpico stuff,
Serpico.
yeah,
Yes.
Serpico stuff.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, they used to call me Serpico when I was in
Is
college
that right?
because a lot of people told me that I looked like Al
Pacino.
Pacino.
That's
And
great.
and so when I was younger, I guess that there was some similarities somewhere because I was told that so many times that I guess there has to be something. I
Yeah.
never saw those similarities, but a lot of people did.
Yeah.
But that being said, I didn't want that. Because that was a life commitment. They told me about the whole slew. I was gonna be in combat. I was gonna go into an assignment to this mission, and I was gonna die, and I wasn't gonna see none of my members of the family anymore. They told me I wouldn't see my mom, my
Oh.
dad, my brothers, sisters, and that's why I said nope.
You
I'm
drew the
not
line.
interested. Yeah,
Wow.
but that because they wanted to eliminate me. They wanted for my name to not exist
Okay.
because they wanted to create a new person a different
I
identity
see.
and completely wiped me off the face of the earth.
Okay.
That's how they approached it to me. And that's what made it easier for me to say no. Because I wasn't going to stop seeing my family. The life of my love is my family,
Yes.
it's my world.
Yeah.
And how am I going to stop that?
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I
So
said
they
nope.
create a completely new identity. It's not like you're
Yes,
living with the dual identities.
no, dead.
They pretty much eliminate you and you
Yeah,
start a new one. And
correct.
if you ever end it, do you get to go back to your old?
Well, yeah, if some things happen but it would look bad on the army, and they
That's
normally don't do that
oh
because
yeah, you
it's
hear
a
about
bad
those
reputation.
stories.
Yeah,
You hear about holy shit.
it's not something that they do all the time.
Wow.
So when you commit to this, you're stuck
You're
to
in.
life.
It's kind of like all the guys that go into the CIA and the
Yeah,
clandestine
yeah.
division, and you hear
That's
these
how it
stories.
was, and it's true. And people
Wow.
don't believe these things. I said, well, I lived a lot of this stuff, so I know it's true.
Yeah.
I've been confronted. They discussed it to me one on one.
Wow.
We see it on TV.
Yeah.
Like the what's this guy? Jesus, I'm having these moments with memories and names, but what's his name? The guy from Boston, the friends, J Lo's ex-husband,
I know you're
boyfriend,
talking about.
with the black hair, and the other
Hang
one is
on.
the blonde hair. Those
Um,
two one are
Matt Damon,
Matt Damien.
and then the other one is
Matt Damien is the one I'm thinking
okay. So
about.
Matt Damon, and then J Lo's old husband
Yeah,
is. Uh,
I don't care about his
yeah,
name.
okay.
Fuck him.
But Matt,
Uh, this guy, Matt Damien. No, all the series that he did. What was it? Osborne or
yeah, the Born Identity.
the Born
Yes,
Identity?
yes, Jason Bourne.
Jason Bourne. There you go.
Yes.
That guy.
Okay.
That's what they wanted to make out of me.
Really?
Something like that.
Okay.
I was going to be eliminated completely, and they were going to train me a lot of different fields of different things, but combat related and
Okay.
self-defense and all that.
Yeah.
That was all interesting to me, attractive, and I was all for it. I like
Sounds
that stuff.
fascinating.
Yes, but what I had to sacrifice to get it was not worth it.
Yeah, you
Even
already had a
yeah,
daughter, or
yes,
both
I
of them
had
were
one
already around?
daughter,
Okay,
and
and
I
the other
one
one the way.
coming
Yeah.
on the way, and then I come from a family of love.
I was gonna say you're Puerto Rican,
Yeah, we're
and the
close.
connection is there. But the Puerto Ricans, they live together, even though there's a
Yes.
lot of personal
Yeah.
infighting and whatnot.
Yeah,
The love and the connection, you
it's
guys are there for
big.
each other in a
Yes.
heartbeats, and to
Yes.
separate yourself, it's kind of hard.
100%.
It's kind of crazy. I'm the same shoe. My family's from South
Yes.
America,
Uh-huh.
so I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
I would have that tough time. It's
Yeah.
fascinating, but I would be like, no.
Yeah,
I love my siblings. I love
tell
my
you,
family too much.
I just couldn't do it. I mean, I didn't have a hard time thinking about this. I thought about it a little bit, and I was really saying to myself, "What a life!" I was eating it up. I was kind of enjoying it. But then when it came to that part where you got to separate all your family, not only your wife and kids, but your mom, your dad, your brothers and sisters, uncles and aunts and cousins.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. I met a former or a retired CIA clandestine officer when I used to be in banking, and my last years at the big bank that I was at a branch, and he was retired, and I noticed in his accounts, because he'd come in always every day, he'd arrive to the bank. He wanted to check that every single dollar was in his account and exactly was spent, and we'd have to sit with him and go over everything. And one day I decided to ask him. I said, I don't remember his exact name, but I said, can you teach me how you became a multimillionaire? Because he had close to $10 million in his account.
Wow.
And he says, yeah, I was with the CIA. He goes, a lot of stuff that I won't be able to share with you because it's top secret, confidential stuff. And I said, I get it. He goes, but when I first joined, I was sent out to South America, Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay. And he says, and I would get this money. So I had money for the clandestine stuff that I was doing, but I was getting my own regular salary pay that was just building up. So I was buying land in those countries. And he goes, and as I started hitting retirement, I retired and I sold all that land, and that's all my money.
Oh.
Fucking genius.
Smart.
Right?
Very good.
Fucking genius.
I had those brains.
But I didn't know enough to be able to say, like the stuff that you're telling me now about switching identities. Now that I know, I'll be like, if I meet somebody else who says, hey, tell me, did you have to switch it? Who were you before?
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is that we could only teach, right, our the ones that are behind us, but you don't want your children, for example, to be subject to that. But mentoring people is a good idea. I've always liked being mentored by someone.
Yeah.
I've always picked people to be my
Yeah.
mentors, and I become their protege, and I like that. I
Yeah.
believe in that, and I think if you have someone that's genuinely sincere
Yep.
and truly honest, that it could work,
Yeah.
and for
Yeah.
the good of mankind, and for the good of our friends and people.
Yeah.
So going back to me, when I transitioned
Yep.
from the
Sure.
military, I had that tale with me
Okay.
from having done that project.
Okay.
Now, I also was alleged to have been trying to rip off the Pentagon for $68,000
Wow.
back in 1974 because of an operation that we had, that we were going to purchase like $90,000 amount of heroin, China
Yes.
white heroin. And we never got to it because the guy that they sent with me, which was the CID officer,
Okay.
you could see he was a cop a mile away. I mean, it was clean cut, haircut. He was. I mean, you could
They
smell
sniffed
he
them.
was
They
a pig.
sniffed them out.
Yeah, you could smell him 10
Yeah.
miles away. The
Okay.
guy looked like a pig. I told the director of the CID back then.
Sure.
His name was Davis.
Okay.
I said, Mr. Davis, this guy, no, they're not gonna work with me because you can see he's a fucking cop. You gotta give me somebody, that long hair or something, but not this guy. It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
And I told them this from the fucking very beginning. But went in here, went out there, they
Yeah.
didn't listen. It didn't work. The plan failed.
Okay.
We never got to do
Never
the
got the purchase.
purchase. Never got to do it. But my life was, the guy had he
You were
had
compromised.
gunpoint.
Oh shit.
My safety. I almost got killed that day. I was in Frankfurt, Germany,
Okay.
in a penthouse, and this motherfucker had the fucking 45 right to my head. I could
What?
still feel it on the right side, right here. I could still feel that barrel today, right now, talking to
Wow.
you. I could still feel that shit. So the other thing was that the guy didn't bring the money up with him
Okay.
to the 22nd floor. He left it in the car, and he brought a gun up with him, a strap, a foot strap gun. I said, leave the gun here, man. If they check us, it's not gonna be good, man. Everything I told him to do, he didn't do.
Yeah.
Well, when he goes down to get the gun, the guy took the gun off my head, and he goes into the bedroom. I took off.
Yeah.
I ran down, and I didn't go with that fucking cop or anything. I just disappeared.
Okay.
So that's why they thought that I had something to do with the guys from Morocco, that we were in cahoots to rip off the Pentagon
Gotcha.
for the $60,000 they sent us to do that purchase.
Yeah.
And it was nowhere near that.
Yeah.
I didn't know these people. Why the fuck? And
How would you,
what
right?
stupid motherfucker was gonna rip off the Pentagon?
Yeah.
What? You gotta be a real fucking idiot
Exactly.
to ruin your life. Even though 60,000 was a lot of money, and maybe it could entice someone, but it wasn't gonna entice me.
Yeah.
It wasn't gonna tear my. I never even thought about that. I said, how the fuck did they come up with that idea?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, a long story cut short, because there was so many ramifications to that.
Yeah.
For that reason, I got put on guard duty, KP, extra duty, everything. You name it, they threw the book at me. They tried to fuck me like no one's ever been fucked in
Okay.
the service. They tried to even give me a dishonorable discharge.
Wow.
I mean, it was incredible. So I had to kind of go underground
Okay.
when I got out of the service. So I wanted to go straight to college, but I couldn't because my name and everything would be out there. So I couldn't. I had to wait 2 or 3 years, maybe 3 years, before everything calmed down.
Okay.
In Philadelphia, they blew up. Like, I had a '65 Chevy Impala.
Okay.
With
what a beautiful car.
the back the.
I owned one of those, so I know exactly what it looked like.
It was like aqua, like a teal green color. Beautiful
Yeah.
color. Anyway, they blew that sucker up.
What?
They blew it up. It was completely gone. They blew it up. All right, in Philadelphia.
Wow.
Back in '74, right? Then in Puerto Rico, they went to my dad's house.
Okay.
So
they tracked you down.
They tracked me down.
Wow.
And then the FBI was looking for me, just for questioning. Mm-hmm. So I kind of went underground. I went to places where nobody would be found.
Sure.
I mean, I was in hills, okay. Like the Appalachian Mountains and stuff like that. So I was out of sight, out of mind for 2 or 3 years. And when I came back up for air, so to speak,
yep,
I took a risk. My kids were bigger now. They were like I'm gonna say one was 5, the other one was like 3.5, and it was easier getting around with them. I wasn't so fragile. I had to be careful because they couldn't get sick, so I couldn't get them exposed to weather or having a cold, or it was all these things that I had to think about for their safety,
Mm-hmm.
and they had to be by me because I couldn't leave them with my parents or my father-in-law.
Yeah.
So everywhere I went, my wife, ex-wife, and my kids went with me.
Yeah.
Now I feel sorry for my ex-wife because she had to gone through hell with me, and like, yeah, also getting up in the middle of the night thinking that I'm in a firefight or something, having a broom like a rifle,
You're not
and
your
yeah,
nightmares,
and
right?
nightmares,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
just like
crazy,
just
man.
just out of nowhere, I get up under the kitchen and get a broom thinking it's a rifle or something, and how do I do all this?
Yeah.
I don't even remember how I did these things. I'd have a boot in the refrigerator in the morning. Now, how the hell did I
How to
get
get
that
in there?
in there?
Did you sleepwalk at all,
I
or were
think
you conscious? Yeah.
so. I think so. I never shared this with my doctors,
Yeah.
not to my psychologist
Yeah.
or my psychiatrist. A lot of things I didn't share because I didn't speak about this to no one until it was declassified in Washington
Yeah.
when they dropped it from the covert to public record
Okay.
and through the what do they call that, the FOIA.
The FOIA, yeah, Freedom of
Yeah,
Information
yeah.
Act. Yeah.
After that, um, that's when I sent for my records to see if I could find some kind of trail
Yes.
so I could apply for PTSD and all that
Yes.
other
Yes.
stuff. And I just didn't do it because I didn't know for sure how well this FOIA, how much. I did request for my documents,
Hmm.
and I saw a lot of black and stuff, which I already knew what was there because I was the
You're the
one
one
that
who
lived it.
lived it. Yeah.
And so what they blackened out was stuff that to protect them. Oh, the United States wouldn't do something like that. Like one of these doctors told me, why would they have you when they have police officers for that? They don't use the army for that kind of stuff. This one doctor, I almost really hit him.
Yeah, right.
I really wanted to hit him, because he was telling me what the army wouldn't do.
Yeah.
And I says, well, you're so naive and so ignorant.
Yeah.
It was
Naive
a
is the
fresh
perfect word because and obviously he was a civilian, right?
civilian,
Not
never went to the
because
service.
you just have to watch enough movies of people going undercover
Yeah.
to know that it doesn't matter what branch of service. They're gonna be group. PDs have people that go undercover, right? Regular police
Yes.
department,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
You have the DEA have folks. You have FBI they have folks. You
They
have
are
CIA. You have the military has individuals that go undercover, right? It's
NSA,
and people
NSC.
just
Yeah.
take it for granted,
No.
they act naive.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're a
But
perfect example of
they're there.
yeah.
Though they there and they exist, and that's what they do. They always want intelligence. Any agency, whether it's corporate America or whether it's a little company, they all want to know what the competitors are doing.
Yeah.
So they'll go to extremes to get that information, and they'll pay whatever they need to have that
Yeah.
because it gives them that edge
Yeah.
to compete and to have the upper hand. So those that don't believe that we're capable of doing a lot of these things that we have been accused of, go visit other countries, like you said. Go to other countries. I had my bachelor's degree. My undergrad I got in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
So that I had a lot of professors that were like ex-governors, the first commissioner resident in Washington,
Interesting.
senators. These are high, powerful people who were
Mhm.
teaching me, tutored. They were my tutors.
Okay.
So I got a good undergrad. My
Okay.
bachelor's in political science. I have an undergrad in political
Okay.
science to go to law school.
Yep.
And so it was a very good degree that I got because the education was phenomenal. It was out of this world.
Okay.
And I love my education in Puerto Rico because I learned things of this country and other countries that I wouldn't have otherwise. So for people that don't believe that we do these atrocities and that we kill kids and women and unjustifiably commit acts that no one can stomach, is you're so naive.
Yeah.
You're so ignorant to think that we're not capable of doing such things because we have been doing them since the beginning of our Constitution and our Bill of Rights.
Yeah.
We're not of this hunky-dory, beautiful country that we would love to be and that we portray in our Constitution and in our Bill of Rights to the world. We show when we're giving, for this earthquake, for that hurricane, for this monsoon, all these things that happen in life. Well, we're there. And that's one good thing my dad always said about the United States. Whatever you want to say about the United States, but they're always there when their other countries need
Hmm.
them for physical or uh, financial help or food or medicine. And yeah, I agree with that too. Yeah, that's okay, and we do that, but it doesn't stop and it doesn't take away from the fact that they do the other things too.
Yeah.
They're good and they're fast at promoting that propaganda of goodness, but why don't you do the reality of what you're truly doing? No
Yeah.
one wants to do that because it's not pretty.
Yeah.
So when I transitioned from military to civilian, that was the major tale that I carried that made it especially particularly difficult for
Yes.
me because it wasn't a traditional change of so military
Yeah.
to civilian. It wasn't a common person just getting irate. It
Yeah.
came up with extra
Baggage, that's
baggage.
right,
A
as they
lot of
call it.
baggage
Yeah.
came.
So
And,
you've dealt with boot camp stuff with Julio. You dealt with obviously being out in combat and the stuff seen the stuff you dealt with, being in the cavalry, and then this undercover stuff that you did,
big
and
time.
then even just the 2 years that you had to go in
That
hiding,
was
right,
nightmare.
under,
Yeah, that
and the
was
fact
hard.
that you knew that your vehicle, your '65 Impala, beautiful car, man, unfortunately
Yeah,
it got blown
blew
up,
it up.
and
Yep.
then they found you, or they found your father's in
Hmm.
Puerto Rico. It's crazy, but man, so you so you're living with all this internally. You
Yes,
know, you're having your
always have.
nightmares. You know, you're waking up, you're grabbing a broom.
Yeah,
Crazy, crazy stories. But um, you told me you became a lawyer.
right. I
You know,
practiced immigration
you
law
practiced
for
law.
20 some years. And I had this, I'm not a pious kind of person or individual. I'm not pious in any way, deeply religious. I do have big faith. I do believe, but I won't consider myself to be a pious person. Um, I don't consider myself to be homeliest either. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I just I like to be like a fair-minded person in everything I do.
Sure.
I like to weigh things out and do what's best for not only me but for the whole picture of everyone involved.
Okay.
That's the way I am put together. I'm wired that way.
Yes.
That's the way I was engineered to be. I have two wonderful. We don't have them anymore, but my mom and my dad, they were the best example. They always gave. My dad, when he played the book, the numbers,
Mm-hmm.
like lottery and stuff,
Yeah.
when he'd win, all three of us, the three older guys, he'd put us in the car. We'd go around to all these little churches in different neighborhoods, and he'd give me $20, and I run up to the minister and give it to him in the middle of a mass, a
Yeah.
church. And they say, oh, glory, hallelujah, look, we just got $20. I'm talking about 1959, 1960, 58. It's a lot of
So,
money,
yes.
$20,
Yes.
Um, the rents were only $15, $10 a month.
Yeah.
Rents. If people don't believe that, when I tell them, I said, no, I'm not blowing hot air out
I
my ass,
believe it, man.
It's the way it
I
was,
remember when
you know.
Rite Aid ice cream was 10 cents for a single.
That's right. And
But
remember
that
the
was
penny
in
candy
the '70s
bars.
and '80s.
Penny candy bars.
Yes.
People don't believe there's penny candy bar. Hershey's.
My dad would give me an allowance of 250, and I could buy tortillas, I could buy eggs, I could buy,
Yeah,
and I'd go to my mom's house, and it's like with
it
250.
went a long way. A
Yeah,
dollar went a
it
long
went
way
a long
back
way.
in the day.
But that was me in the '80s, right? Because I was
Hmm.
born in '76, and in the '80s and stuff, back in the '50s, '60s,
Yeah,
$20 was a ton of money,
it
man.
was. It
Ton of
was.
money. So
And so the thing is with the transitioning period with me, and going into law, it was a gift because I helped so many people.
yeah,
I helped so many people, and I didn't have money in my mind. That wasn't the purpose of my doing immigration.
yeah,
My purpose of immigration was helping solve people's problems.
okay,
I got them from being illegal to being legal.
yes,
And I didn't deal with people that were criminals or that wanted to pay me to bend the law because I knew how to do it illegally too. But I
sure,
didn't want that karma. I
yeah,
didn't want that energy in anywhere near me. I wanted to do the people that rightfully qualified
okay,
by the book.
yeah,
If you qualified, I'm going to get you your green card. But if you don't qualify, I'm not going there. I don't care. I had drug dealers, big time drug dealers,
okay,
the mafia, Emmett people
okay,
come. I swear to God, they'll come to me offering $5, $10, $20,000. hey, get me. I said, I can't do that. I'm sorry. I really can't. You
Wow.
know, now I can teach you how. You want to marry
Sure.
somebody that's a citizen? Now I can do it. But you need to find someone that's willing to marry you in order so that person can apply to get your documentation straight.
Yeah.
So I give them these different recommendations, but all legit, nothing crooked.
Yeah.
You know, even though the marriage may be phony,
Yeah.
but they had to legally get married in reality
Sure.
and then stay married 5
At
years
least
in
5 years, right?
order to be apply. You can
Okay.
apply for the day you marry, but you'll be under a probationary status
Okay.
for the time that you apply in the beginning.
Yeah.
There's been some adjustments since, but it's the idea, the concept of all these
Sure.
things. And all I'm trying to show is that I didn't play the game of, you know,
Yeah.
running the risk of losing what I worked all my life for
Yeah.
$20,000 or $40,000.
Yeah.
I was offered $50,000 one time to find somebody to marry, a
Oh,
woman to marry. They told me, we'll give you 50,000, get us a woman. I said, I don't do that stuff.
yeah.
That's your job. You come to me with the marriage certificate and I'll take it from there.
Yeah.
But I need the marriage certificate show that the person you want to become legal citizen or legal residence and the person who is a citizen that I can apply to get your status adjusted.
Yeah.
But I don't do that.
So George, so you're an attorney doing all the stuff regarding immigration, and it obviously kept you preoccupied, and you're still dealing with some of your trauma internally. But you never applied for
Never.
VA or disability,
No.
none of that stuff, right?
No,
Tell me why.
Yeah, well, first of all, I didn't know.
Okay.
In the beginning, I had no idea. I didn't even know that the VA was the VA. And when I found out, I went to work for the VA. I was going to college, and I had a work study program because I had classes and during the day.
Okay.
So I could not work in that scenario because of the classes. I'll have class Monday, Wednesday, Friday, say from 10 to 11.
Yes.
Right? Or Tuesday and Thursdays from 2 to 4.
Sure.
2 hours versus 1 hour. And so I needed a job that will give me the flexibility to go to school, and the VA was offering a work study program.
Okay.
Where I could go to school at night or during the day a couple of hours and then study at whatever time my classes were, and they would work with me. And I did that for 4 years.
Okay.
I worked with the Veterans Administration in San Juan, Puerto Rico for 4 years.
Okay.
And I learned a lot. And what I did was help all these other veterans, but I never looked at myself.
Never thought for yourself.
I said to myself, I can work and I can be productive. I don't want to be waiting for a handout every month. Yeah. That's my mentality was really kind of more on the side of honor and false pride because we earned that shit.
You earned it. That's the key word.
I didn't know that. I used to look at it like that's like getting welfare.
Yeah.
Or some kind of handout, some kind of stipend from the government.
Yeah.
And I wasn't interested in that kind of stuff. I wanted to earn my money. I wanted to make it the way I'm supposed to make it. Let me let him out a second.
Yeah, let him out.
Yeah, come here.
Oh, he can hang out with us too.
Yeah, I just wanted to have the freedom to get around wherever he wants. Okay, Pop, behave. Come on.
What's his name?
That's Trivi.
Trivi.
T-R-C.
He can come up. It's okay.
Yeah, he's T-R-I-V-I.
Okay,
Trivi. Like,
okay,
travieso?
Travieso, yeah.
Hard-headed?
Yeah. Just a little short.
Little short version of the Trivi. Get down.
No,
what are you
doing?
doing?
It's okay. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so
when I did that, the immigration thing, it was with the purpose of helping as many people as I could.
Sure.
I didn't have as a matter of fact, you know what I used to charge? I tell them whatever you can afford.
Okay.
I didn't have a rate.
Okay.
So I met a Colombian, a guy from Chile. Chileno.
Yeah.
And he's a business guy. So I partnered up with him.
Okay.
Because we had like the United Nations.
Okay.
And we used to...
was he a vet as well?
No.
Okay.
Because he was from Chile.
Okay. Oh, okay.
He hardly spoke any English.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
He was an insurance salesman to the Latinos.
Yeah.
Worked for State Farm. And like I said, he got me structured. Sure. So we made a business out of it, legit, instead of me, give me whatever you can. Yeah. That's old-fashioned kind of. Yeah. And you don't make it like that. You really don't make it. Let me put him away because he's gonna tear up. I just bought these these recliners.
Okay.
That one's his and this one is mine. Come on,
Okay.
3B, let's go inside. Come on, let's go in
You
there.
to make a head call or anything?
Nah,
Okay.
he just went
He's,
before you came.
okay, you just want to come out and have fun for
Yeah, he
second.
just wanted fun.
Stretch his
That's all.
legs. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. He got his
Okay.
cure. So
So you partnered up with a Chileno.
Chileno,
Yep.
and he structured the business so that I could have a structure.
Sure.
And so I was making like $60 on an application.
Okay.
We charged $485, and that included the pictures, the fingerprints to go to Washington, to get the security background check, make sure you wasn't no criminal and all that, the health doctors to make sure you wasn't diseased.
Okay.
And I did the whole package. And the people, I take the pictures. We had the camera in the office.
Yep.
And then we had Brinks come in and put a safe in our floor.
Yep.
Because we was dealing with cash.
Yeah.
I had my best year was $600,000.
Okay.
That was pretty good income.
Tremendous.
Yeah, that was pretty good income. I did that 2 years, 635, and then 540, and then it started going down. And that's when I kind of looked for something else to do. I got into the stock market and buying real estate. And
okay.
I did pretty good. That's another reason why I didn't apply for my VA benefits. Now, at this stage, I've run out of, I was living off my IRA retirement account for like 12 years. I retired at 55. I retired very young. But I had a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then the 2008 debacle happened with the financial crisis of 2008. I lost a few $100,000. Yeah. I didn't feel bad because Warren Buffett lost, all these mega multi-billionaires. Yeah. They had a big loss too. So I didn't feel bad because everybody lost. Yeah. There was nobody being excluded from that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I ran out of all that savings, all the money I had. And now I got Social Security because now I'm 67. Okay. And so this was 5 years ago. And I applied for Social Security because I didn't apply for, not even for Social Security, Hugo. Yeah. Because this ignorant, dignified, private? I felt like I didn't want to be, give me, like I just wanted to earn mine. Yeah. And I forget the structure here. It's like that. I paid into that Social Security fund a long time ago. That's my money. Yeah. Same thing with the VA. Yeah. I served honorably.
That's earned. And yes. Like I know, I understand. Interesting. We were talking. The Army guy I was speaking with last night. He was telling me how his wife also shifted his mindset and said, "Look, you earned it. You went out there to combat. You've earned this money. It's not a handout." She told him. Yeah. She said the people that are like on EBT that don't work, that don't do nothing, they're just looking for that. Yeah. That's different. That's a handout, right? Yeah. So I know exactly what you're thinking because you share the same similar story, and it makes sense. But I was the same way. Yeah. You didn't apply for nothing, right? I was like, I'm gonna earn my money. I'll get out to work. I don't need it. Yeah. Besides, I didn't know. I think you kind of said you didn't know either, right? I didn't know. I got out of the Corps. They rated me 0% on my knee. Well, they discharged me with 0%, or they gave me 0% disability on my knee, and I didn't know what all that meant. Mm-hmm. And they just let me go, and I have no clue what that means. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm done. I don't get any medical, anything. Military. Nothing. Done. Yeah, nothing. I just didn't think about it until again I met some folks that encouraged me and pushed me because again they saw me, my back, I was leaning forward, I could barely move. And they said, "You got to do something, man. That didn't happen because of a car accident. That happened because, and then I did it, and it's been a blessing. Yeah, and yours will come through." I hope so. I never had that person to tell me, "Hey, you earned it, go get it." I never had that. If I had that, I probably got a dispensation a long time ago, compensation a long time ago, because I should have gotten it. Because I have a couple other friends, like my friend. The Mexican good friend of mine that's in Nevada now and Las Vegas. Yeah, Xavier. Xavier. And he was, like I told you, a financial guy, but he never applied for it either. Now he just finally applied for it. And he was a Nam too. He was in the Air Force, so he didn't kind of see too much combat, so to speak. But he was there. And, he saw some shrapnel and stuff. I got shrapnel wounds. Really? Yeah, I got shrapnel wounds, and I had a Purple Heart that I just threw away. What? All my medals, I got rid of them.
And recently I got in the package. I got like, I don't know if there was renewing metals and shit.
Okay.
So I got a few metals in the mail. I didn't even ask for it. They came out of nowhere. They just landed in my here in my mailbox. And I said, where'd this come from? I didn't apply for none of this stuff. And there was all these different metals that I've earned throughout the years.
Keep them, and I know you probably.
I gotta give them to my grandkids.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're
not
probably
for me.
in a bad state.
Yeah.
With all the stuff, and you're probably just pissed off and just said,
yeah.
yeah.
I threw away everything when I got out of service, Hugo. I got my duffel bag with everything. I threw it in the dumpster.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't take nothing. The only thing I kept, I still got it. Yeah, can you stop that for a second?
Sure.
Look, keep it running. Keep it running. Let me show you.
Sure.
It's the only thing I got from the service.
Okay.
And it's from Grafenbeer. It was our tank qualification.
A patch or a...
Yeah, it's a patch. It's a coat. It comes with the coat.
Okay. Yeah, I'd love to see it.
And the funny thing about this, Hugo, is that this fitted me until the other day. I could wear this coat until the other day.
Really?
Yeah. Now is when I can't use it anymore.
So it was still fitting, but you talked about gaining some weight earlier.
Yeah, 40 pounds, man.
That doesn't help.
40 pounds.
Yeah, while you go and get that coat and the passion share with me, I tell you stories.
Yeah.
My wife was looking to buy some camouflage pants, and I said, "Oh, I got some," and I brought out, because I didn't throw my stuff away. I had them in a C box, and I opened it up, and I show it to them, and the waistline, I could never squeeze into those things today.
You can't?
There's no way. I don't think I can even fit a leg in it. But they kept them, and they wear it today. I removed
for the kids? You got the kids wearing it?
But yeah, they wear it. But those are original Marine Corps issued camouflage uniform, and it's before the new stuff, before the old what do they call the digital style of camouflage that's nowadays. So it was the original cami greens that were issued to us. They're wearing them today.
Man, I can't even put this thing on.
Don't put it on. Just
I'm trying.
So you can share it.
Here. My hat don't even fit.
Go have a seat. Come on. That's hilarious. You said you kept the beret as well.
Yeah.
Very nice.
My original. This is the one that marched in the mud.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the original, my original hat.
Out, man.
And look, this is the patch.
Let me put on my glasses. 11th Armored Cavalry.
Distinguished.
1975.
Grafenbeer.
TCQC support. Is that what this is?
Tank Commander.
Tank Command. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That is impressive.
You know how you can't get this.
Not anymore.
No, I mean, you get them every year.
Okay.
But this one,
that one in particular.
75. It's 50 years ago.
Yeah.
And I kept it. Because I was very proud of this.
Yes.
Very proud of it. So, but this used to fit me. Look.
Yeah. That's funny.
I can't even fit my hat. This hat used to fit me perfect.
Okay.
And it's not even tight. Look, it's loose. But this is my original. See, spec 4.
Okay.
My rank.
Yeah.
And this is the pride of my life here. This is authentic, original. That one, I have blood spots on this one.
Really?
Yeah, I had a couple of blood stains here. I took it to the laundry. I should have never done that.
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
The patch on your shoulder.
Yeah.
This one. Same logo right there on the horse. That is very, very cool.
Yeah, but this is green, so that's why it's green. But I can show you. See, look.
You see these?
That's the one that's there.
Okay. Yeah.
I got a gift for you. I'm gonna have a gift for you. Let me get a gift. We're closing up stuff, right? Wrapping up.
Yeah, we're starting to wrap it up, my friend.
I'm gonna have a gift for you. And maybe you should start collecting this from all the guys you interview.
Yeah, whomever would love to.
Yeah. You should ask. And then you can create your own board.
Right?
Yeah, I got a little gift for you. I know some veterans, man, that I wish I could hook you up with them.
Okay. Yeah, I would love to.
This guy has.
You introduce would be great.
Look, I'm gonna give you this. This isn't the medal, but this is something that I got for my Purple Heart. They gave me this in the mail.
Okay.
This guy here, this is a badass military unit. They're called the Wolf.
Come around, have a seat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Piece of work right here.
Yeah, that group, that unit there, they kicked a lot of ass in Afghanistan and Iraq.
Okay.
They're called the Wolfhounds.
Okay.
These were the Wolfhounds, and they were as bad as the Cav.
Okay.
So this is what I got for you.
Wow, thank you so much. This is honor, and
so,
this is your Purple Heart.
Yeah.
This is
This
amazing.
is a copy I got in the mail.
Thank you. That is the same one right there. Look
same
at that.
one.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I think yours is gonna. I'm gonna start a board with.
Yeah, and get them.
That.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
so
put
the
this
people
dead
in
center and just keep adding them on.
And then you'll have a board of all the units that you've interviewed.
And come across from
yeah. And maybe you know you can get it for not only the military combat ones but the support too.
Sure.
You know you have my signal battalion, my friend. He's going back to North Carolina, but I'm gonna make an appointment with him and you because he comes every 2 or 3 months.
Okay.
So I want to tell him about our meeting. Yeah, because that's what we gotta do. We gotta get the word out there.
Absolutely.
And the more people that learn about this, the more viewers you'll get.
Yes.
And the more it'll spread, hopefully like wildfire.
I hope it does.
And
one.
Yeah,
but
like
two,
the interviews.
The two is you're leaving a story for your family.
Yes.
One day later on, we're all not going to be here in our kids
and now it's documented. Yeah.
Right? Because I think about your children. You probably talk to them about their grandfather.
Yes.
Or their great grandfather.
Yes.
Right? And they can't see that. They just have those stories.
Yeah.
Now they can hear you and watch you and view you, and it's like I think that's special in itself.
One thing.
And be proud of who their father, regardless of or mother, regardless of whatever we dealt with, whether it was a drug addiction, alcohol abuse, because that's me, and the issues we dealt with at night, and they learn from us, right?
Yes.
And that's the thing. I think it's going to be a blessing for many. That's what my goal is
I hope you don't run out of gas and just say I'm giving up, because you're gonna run into little pebbles on the road.
Sure.
And you're gonna run into big stones and maybe big rocks, or you're gonna have your little issues that you're gonna have to address and remove.
Yep.
So I pray that the good Lord gives you the strength and the wisdom to handle all these confrontational experiences that you're gonna encounter as you go through your journey. And I know you're a strong man. I already know that. I know you're a guy of conviction and commitment, and you're not a mediocrity type of guy. I already know that, and I just met you a few months ago, right? A couple months ago. So, and the strength too, your handshake. You got strength in your hand.
Baseball player. Now I was telling everybody that, the way you got to grab that bat.
Well, there's more than that.
But I was told when I was little, I always had a firm handshake.
Yeah. I could share that story with you. I got it from a football black guy, Mr. He was like my mentor. He was a big guy, 6'6", 340 pounds.
NFL type.
NFL,
Jesus.
But he played for Penn State.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, he was a lineman. You know, I don't remember if he was offense or defense. Okay. But anyway, this guy told me, George, a man is measured at times by the strength and the firmness in his handshake. Oh, wow. He taught me that. I was working for the Philadelphia National Bank in Philadelphia.
Okay.
And I was in high school, and he was like a mentor to me. He hired me and my brother and my sister. There was 4,000 employees in the Philadelphia National Bank, PNB. And out of those 4,000 employees, only 3 Puerto Ricans, and we were all siblings. 4 Puerto Ricans. Okay. 3 of us were siblings, and one was another guy. And very few black, because, I'm talking about 1967, 68. You didn't work in banks in those days. You worked pushing brooms and cleaning toilets.
Yeah.
That's the only jobs we got.
Yeah.
So when that opportunity came across, I jumped on that bandwagon and I stopped playing baseball. There went my baseball career because I tried out with the Cincinnati Reds and the St. Louis Cardinals for shortstop. Yeah,
Okay.
in '68.
Okay.
I was 15 years old.
Wow.
I mean, I didn't have the stick. I was a contact Pete Rose type, Ty Cobb hitter.
Okay.
I was in no Babe Ruth. I was in no home run hitter. But the glove was unequal.
Ozzie Smith style.
Yeah, Ozzie Smith. Forget about any. I mean, I could catch the ball, bro. My Willie Mays style with my back to home plate, reaching out.
Yeah.
And I could catch a ball back of third baseman.
Yeah.
I would catch the ball back of second base. Yeah, I was all over the place.
Carried a lot of,
I was very, 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 very good.
Yeah.
And I gave that up because of job opportunity.
Yeah.
And I said
different times.
Yeah. But I never stopped that. Like I said, that year I tried out with 2 baseball teams, Cincinnati and St. Louis. Okay. Back in those days, it wasn't the same as today.
Yeah.
Back in those days, you heard about a good ball player from this neighborhood, that neighborhood, and the scouts were everywhere, especially high school.
Yeah.
And they wanted to get you before anybody else got you. So when you were good, they would get to you. Somebody would find out who you were, and then you would get tried out. And they told me you just need a little bit more weight, and you need a little bit more power on that bat. They made it straight, and I knew my flaws. I knew what I was good at, and I knew what I needed to work on. So I didn't take it offensive. It didn't traumatize me.
Yeah.
It was a reality check that I knew existed because I didn't have that power.
Yeah.
I just didn't have it. I was a glove guy.
Yeah.
I'm the strong arm and great glove, but no bat.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't strike out. There was players. Contact.
Yeah,
but you know, I don't know. You should know. I know you know a lot about baseball. But back in the 50s and 60s, there's players that played. I know there's one guy played for the Yankees or Cleveland. I don't remember now, but it was an East Coast team. He batted 4,300 and some times at bat. Mm-hmm. He struck out 113 times.
Okay.
Do you know that Yogi Berra played his first season in the majors with the Yankees? He played his whole life with the Yankees. First year, he went up to bat 400 or 500 times. You know how many times he struck out? 8.
Okay.
Guys did not strike out back in those days. It was something that people did not take. They didn't want to be.
I think that's a true statement, even through about the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Because it's a phenomenon. I talked to my son about it. I was like, back in the day, like I would get benched playing baseball because I was either swinging to crush the ball or striking out.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't the way it was. It was about putting the ball in play, finding the holes, and if you had the power to drive it. Striking out was a no-no.
No, you couldn't do that.
No-no.
No, it was embarrassing.
Yeah,
shameful.
And now people strike out and ball like
they don't care. Yeah, they don't care. Look at Ohtani. Look at all these great fucking hitters. I don't consider them great hitters. I'm sorry. I come from a different era.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Ohtani. You do great things, but you're not a great fucking player. Yeah. Yogi Berra was a great player.
Yeah.
That guy, his name was I can't think of his name right now, but it was a typical American, like Smith or something like that. And he struck out in his whole career 113 times. There's guys that strike out 3 times that. They strike out 200 times in a season. There's like nothing. I said, come on, give me a break. You can't be. So I don't like strikeout guys.
Hey.
Reggie Jackson, all those home runs, I don't give a shit about. I'd rather have a guy like Ty Cobb, and I didn't like him personally because he was a racist. He's not a good person. So his personality I didn't care for, but his skills for playing ball, I admire. Honus Wagner, those shortstops, I respected them because they were hitters. They could hit the ball. Maybe they hit home runs, but I'll take a guy like that over a home run hitter anytime. Because my girlfriend, I tell her all the time, look at all these home runs that we see Ohtani hit. When have they meant anything? He hits all them home runs. He steals all the bases. Well, what impact does he have on the game?
Yeah.
None.
Yeah. It's funny. My father kind of talked about this. Like, obviously in Spanish he told me, but every time there's a runner on base, Ohtani comes up to bat. He can't push him
Nothing.
in.
Nothing. So. It's just it's like, what the fuck? He's good for grandeur, grandstanding himself for all his achievements. Yeah, get 7 hits or 11 RBIs in one game. He hit 3 home runs, and He pitched 6 scoreless innings, giving up only with 10 strikeouts, and he got 3 home runs. Those are fantastic fucking individual accomplishments. But what did he do for the team?
Yeah.
How many games was he significant in winning?
Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 for $70 million a year.
Yeah.
Come on now. I'll take Judge any day of the week over Otani.
Okay.
You know,
I'm not. Batting average on that guy.
Yeah, I mean, this is a 6'7" guy, 300, 280s or 270. He's hitting
bombs
and he hits for average.
Yeah.
I mean,
average, yeah.
I mean, this guy came close to getting a triple crown this past year.
I think the game of batting averages is kind of fading away because of the.
Well, look at the way hitting.
It's
280.
It's power on power.
Yeah.
Right? 100 to 104 miles an hour
against
versus
power, the strong man.
How far am I going to drive the ball? Exit velocity and all that stuff. So.
Listen, Hugo, look at the how many guys hit over 300 this year in the National League? 4?
I think overall, there was only a handful.
5?
There was only a handful. Yeah.
Right? That hit a 300, like 302, 301, 305. That's it. I think the title went to the Phillies that we had Trey Turner here. Mm-hmm. Remember? He got it at 306 or 304. Yeah. He won the batting title. Yeah. I don't think that's the lowest batting title ever earned. And you're right. That's a very good point that you made. It's hardly no 300 hitters. Yeah. They're all
that art is
disappearing.
Away,
yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's what people want.
Look at the pitchers. They pitch like 100 innings. 100 pitches, and they're done.
80
pitches, they're done. You remember when we grew up watching these guys?
160 pitches, 180 pitches.
Valenzuela, Nolan Ryan,
or
Hershiser, 140, 150, 160 pitches.
It's normal.
Nothing.
They wanted to complete a game. So, all right, George.
We did it. We'll do another one in the future. I'll co-host one for you. I'll go with you and maybe help you.
Yeah, that would be great. I would love to team up and do that. You can hang out with us.
Great, yeah, and to develop it.
I would like to say thank you again for the gift.
I hope you enjoy it.
I know you were wearing one earlier, the Captain Tux.
Yes.
I think you might have left it in your room.
This is one of mine.
Here's another one for yourself.
I love them. They're great. So I'll be wearing it. I'm going to be marketing. This is the other hat I wear. You regular. I buy.
Is that Army Cavalry?
Armed Cavalry Regiment.
Armed Cavalry Regiment. Okay.
Yeah, ACR. Armed Cavalry Regiment. It kind
of looks like the Ferrari, right?
Yeah, it's the Ferrari car, the emblem. I wouldn't be surprised if who got it from who, because this has been around before the Ferrari. Yeah.
All right.
It's been around
let's
before.
Start wrapping it up. And,
you got it. Great talking to you guys. All the best. Wish you a lot of luck.
Appreciate your time and appreciate your service. And I'm going to pray for you, and I know whatever support you need to get you rated and get you what you deserve. It's going to come through, and I know it'll happen.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. All the best. Got it.